सब स्थाने हरि गोहामी से सब स्थान राधा पार्थसारथी भगवान की जय। श्री निर्जला काशी पांडव निर्जला काशी की जय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
तो मुझे आपका वॉइस थोड़ा स्लो है।
तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। ताप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। Hare Krishna. So as we chant or any devotional practice that we perform, it is looking so simple, isn't it? It is looking so easy. Why? Because we are above our bodily consciousness. So you can imagine how acharyas, how the Goswamis, they were performing, they were so blissful. Because as we have come above the bodily consciousness by not meeting the bodily demands today, by minimizing our eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, we can easily have spiritual experience. And one such very formidable experience is today. We are feeling so light. Life is looking so easy. There is no resistance from within. Why? Because we are not engaged in eating. Prabhupada says in Kali Yuga, one of the greatest effect of Kali Yuga is due to overeating. If we can control this one thing of regulated eating, we will see how much our spiritual standard can improve. Okay, so I will discuss with you today the glories of holy name. And how to discuss the glories of holy name? Through the Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur. So this is the conversation between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, who came to establish the religion of this age, which is the holy name. Kali Kale Krishna Rupe Nama Avatar Nama Hoite Hoye Sab Jagat Nistar. So Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar Naam Haite Hoye Yaha Jagat Nistar. So the Supreme Lord incarnates in the form of his holy name. And one who takes to the process of chanting the holy name, not only he himself is elevated, but he can deliver the entire world. So this was the concern of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Ekadina Prabhu Hari Dasere Milila Tahalaya Goshti Kari Tahara Puchila. One day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Haridas Thakur as usual. And where did they meet? They would meet at Siddh Bakul. If you have been to Jagannath Puri, this is the place where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu every day used to go and visit Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur was staying in Siddh Bakul in Jagannath Puri. So this was the routine of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Every day he would go to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. And after taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, he would come and he would give darshan to Haridas Thakur. So, and in course of discussion, he inquired as follows. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's inquiry, the ultimate inquiry. He says, Haridase Kali Kale Yavana Par Go Brahmane Himsa Kare Mahadurachar. My dear Thakur Haridas, in the days of Kali, most people are bereft of Vedic culture. So are we. Are we following the Vedic culture? No, we are trying to some extent, whatever we are being given. And therefore, they are called Yavanas. So Yavanas is one who does not follow the Vedic culture. Normally, people think Yavanas are only the Muslims. No. Whoever fails to follow the Vedic culture is below the Shudra level. Yavanas are they are outcast. They are not even in the Varnashram system. So because today Varnashram system is not working, so everyone is Yavana. So they are concerned only with killing cows and Brahmanical culture. So we are not killing cows maybe directly, but we are killing the Brahmanical culture. How? By not respecting it, by not propagating it, by not accepting it. In this way, they all engage in sinful acts. So this is a great concern, which is here echoed by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Prabhupada in the purport says, from this statement by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can clearly understand that the word Yavan does not refer to a particular class of men. Anyone who is against the behavior of Vedic principle is called a Yavana. Such a Yavana may be in India or outside of India. As described here, the symptom of Yavana is that they are violent killers of cow and Brahmani culture. We offer our praise to the Lord by saying, Namo Brahmane Devaya Gomamane Hitaiche. The Lord is the maintainer of Brahmanical culture. The first concern is to see that the benefit of cows and Brahmanas. As soon as human civilization turns against the Brahmanical culture and allow unrestricted killing of cows, we should understand that men are no longer under the control of the Vedic culture, but are all Yavanas and Malechas. It is said that the Krishna consciousness movement will be prominent within the next 10,000 years. But after that, people will all become Malachas and Yamanas. So in this golden period, this is called the golden age. Even in Kali Yuga, this 10,000 years from the day of advent of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called the golden period. And that is why he is called the golden avatar. So this is the only possibility that we can deliver ourselves. Otherwise, after this 10,000 years, as Prabhupada is here forecasting, that all will become Malechas and Yavanas. Thus, at the end of Yuga, Krishna will appear as Kalki avatar and kill them without consideration. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to deliver everyone without any consideration. But those who do not take advantage of those who fail to do so, then the Lord will come in the form of Kalki and kill everyone. यहाँ सबार कौन मते होइबा निस्तार ताहार हेतु ना देखिया यही दुख अपार. So this is the great concern, very big anxiety which is being revealed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, Tahara hetu na dekhiya ei dukha par. He is having so much of feelings. He is having the feeling of how we can deliver these unfortunate people. So how will these Yavanas be delivered? To my great unhappiness, I do not see any way. This verse reveals the significance of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance as Patita Pavan, the deliverer of the fallen soul. Sri Narottam Das Thakur sings, Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar. O my Lord, you have appeared just to deliver all the fallen souls. Mosama Patita Prabhu na paibe. But we don't consider ourselves fallen. Do we consider ourselves fallen? Sometimes, rare of the times, when we are cornered, when we are pushed against the God, then only we accept. And that too also momentarily. So if we actually consider ourselves to be patit, then we can be delivered. Because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared to deliver the fallen, not the arrogant. And among all the fallen soul, I am the lowest. How Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always thinking about the deliverance of the fallen soul is shown by the statement, Ei Dukha Apar. It is my great unhappiness. This statement indicates that Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, is always very unhappy to see the fallen souls in the material world. This is what is the prayer of Prahlad Maharaj. He says, he also echoes the same thing. I am not remembering the verse. Maya Sukhaya Bharam. Before that, there is one more line. Do you remember, Dulamani, this verse? He says that I am very blissfully, happily passing my time because my mind has become attached to singing your glories. But Soche Tato Vimukh Chetasa. Soche Tato Vimukh Chetasa. Soche means he is very much lamenting. Why? Because those souls who are Vimukh Chetasa, Vimukh means those who have turned their face away from Krishna. Maya Sukhaya Bharam Udvato Vimudha. So the Supreme Lord and the Acharyas, those who are real devotees, their concern is the same because the mission is the same. So how those who are misdirected in this age of Kali, how welfare can be done to them? So this statement indicates that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, is always very unhappy to see the fallen souls in the material world. Therefore, he himself comes as he is, or he comes as a devotee in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to deliver love of Krishna directly to the fallen souls. Namo Mahapadanyaya Krishna Prem Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanyaya Namane Gaur Vaishya Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful that he not only gives knowledge of Krishna, but by his practical activities teaches everyone how to love God. And how to love God, how to cultivate the love of God is by chanting his holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Those who are following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should take the Lord's mission most seriously, as you have taken today, very seriously. I guarantee you, in every month, if we take one day out, and if we perform like we have performed today, you see, nothing is disturbing. Is any distraction today to the mind? There's no distraction.
No problem.
Actually, we ourselves infuse distraction in our mind by being engaged in unnecessary activities. Then it is a proof that just by chanting, everything else is taken care of. A spirit soul does not require material necessities. It is incompatible. The spiritual need of the living entity cannot be met with matter or material world. But everyone is so blindfolded that entire life is busy in trying to amass material possessions. And he misses this opportunity. So those who are following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should take the Lord's mission most seriously. In the age of Kali, people are gradually becoming less than animals. This is the concern of Srila Prabhupada. He is also having such anxiety in his heart. Nevertheless, they are eating the flesh of the cows and are envious of Brahmanical culture. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considering how to deliver them from this horrible condition of life. Thus, he asks all Indians to take up his mission. Indians? Non-Indians? We are all Indians. So this is the instruction to all of us. Bharat bhrumite hoila manushya janma yar janma sarthak kari kar paropakar. One who has taken his birth as a human being in the land of India, Bharatvarsha, should make his life successful and work for the benefit of all other people. Janma sarthak kari. This is very important. Janma must be, we should first become qualified. That is Janma sarthak kari. We should first become pure. We should first come to the spiritual elevation. That is Janma sarthak kari. And then Kari para upakar. Then we should be concerned about others. That how we can elevate others, or how we can uplift others, how we can make others Krishna consciousness. So in our life, there should be twofold mission. Is Janma Sarthak Kari and Kar Paru. Then we are followers of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Other we are not followers. We are fools. We are fools and rascals, or as Prabhupada is saying, less than animals. So this should be the mission of life, nothing else. Janma Sarthak Kari, because Bharat Bhumite Hoila Manushya Janma Jar. Because we have received this valuable human form of life, that too, in this most auspicious tract of land, Bharatvarsha. Then what is the mission? Janma Sarthak Kari and Kari Parupka. One who has taken his birth as a human being in the land of India should make his life successful. So life success will be on these two aspects, nothing else. Everything else is a failure. And work for the benefit of all other people. It is therefore the duty of every advanced and cultured Indian. Prabhupada is emphasizing by using two adjectives, those who are advanced and those who are cultured. Advancement comes through spiritual knowledge. This is not economic advancement. This is spiritual advancement. So one who is advanced means one who is spiritually advanced, one who is situated on the platform of soul. And those who are cultured. So culture will come when we practice. When we practice. How you are getting this culture? When we are practicing. So both, those who are, Prabhupada is saying, advanced and cultured Indian, to take this cause very seriously. All Indians should help the Krishna consciousness movement in its progress to the best of their ability. Then they will be considered real followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, I think I should not speak, I should just read. Because whatever I am speaking is here. There is no need to speak. This is the message, this is the mandate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada. Then they will be considered real followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Unfortunately, even some so-called Vaishnavas enviously refuse to cooperate with this movement, but instead condemn it in so many ways. We are very sorry to say that these people try to find fault with us, being unnecessarily envious of our activities. Although we are trying to the best of our ability to introduce the Krishna consciousness movement directly into the countries of the Yavanas and Malaysia. Prabhupada is pouring his heart. He is expressing his feelings, how he is disappointed in the so-called Vaishnavas, and how much we will disappoint him as his followers, and if we do not take to the mission. How many of us wrote Prabhupada the offering this year? You have written? You have sent? Yeah, very good. Wonderful. You have also written Tolamani? You have posted? You have all posted? Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. This time I did not push. Last year I had pushed everyone. Last time you were not there. हे भगवान इतना बड़ा मिसकंसेप्शन. इस साल की बात करें 2022 भेजा है क्यों आपके पास मैसेज नहीं आया था हर साल दे हाँ तो लिखो आप आ गया वैसे
I have also written last year only.
That see, this is our cheating tendency. Once in a lifetime. Every day we should write offering to Srila Prabhupada. Such Yavanas and Malichas are coming to us and becoming purified Vaishnavas who follow in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One who identifies himself as a follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should feel like Sri Chaitanya. Thinking, willing, and feeling. Who said, Iha sabara kaun mate hoiba nistar? How will all these Yavanas be delivered? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always anxious to deliver the fallen soul because their fallen condition gave him great unhappiness. This is the platform on which one can propagate the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hridas kahe Prabhu chinta na kariha yavanera samsar dekhi dukhana bhaviha. See what now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is expressing so much of concern, anxiety, and he is expressing his inability that how will I be able to deliver such people. But look at the reply of Srila Haridas Thakur. Haridas kahe Prabhu chinta na kariya. Haridas replied, Haridas Thakur replied, my dear Lord, do not be in anxiety. Yavan nira samsar dekhi dukhana bhaviha. Do not be unhappy to see the condition of the Yavanas in material existence. These words of Haridas Thakur Srila Prabhupada says are just befitting a devotee who has dedicated his life and soul to the service of the Lord. When the Lord is unhappy because of the condition of the fallen soul, the devotee consoles him, saying, my dear Lord, do not be in anxiety. This is service. Very good. Prabhupada says this is service. Service means that we are relieving the Lord of his concern, of his anxiety. That is service. Everyone should adopt the cause of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to try to relieve him from the anxiety he feels. It is actually service to the Lord. One who tries to relieve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's anxiety for the fallen soul is certainly a most dear and confidential devotee of him. That is why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, he says, there is no devotee more dear to me, one who explains this confidential secret of one to other. To blaspheme such a devotee who is trying his best to spread the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the greatest offense. One who does so is simply awaiting punishment for his envy. Yavana sakalara mukti hoiba anayase haram boli kahe naam bhase. So see what Srila Haridas Thakur is now revealing. He says, because the Yavanas are accustomed to saying haram, haram. Haram, in haram, the name of Lord Ram is there. Lord Ramachandra. They will be easily delivered by the Nam Abhas. Abhas. It is not the Nam. It is not, they are not calling out the name of Lord Ramachandra. But they are calling haram. But because in haram, there is the name of Lord Ram. So indirectly also, even if they are calling out the name, so they will be easily be delivered by this Nama Bhas. So now comes the glory of the names. Mahaprema Bhakta Kahe Ha Rama Yavanera Bhagya Dekhi Laise Nam. A devotee in advanced aesthetic love exclaims, O my Lord Ramachandra, Ha Ram, He Ram, He Ram. But the Yavanas also chant Haram, Haram. Just see their good fortune. And Prabhupada gives how it will work. Prabhupada gives a very extraordinary analogy. He said, if the child touches fire, the fire will burn him. And if an elderly man touches fire, it will also burn him. Haridas Thakur, that a great devotee of the Lord, exclaims, Haram, Haram. But although Yavanas do not know the transcendental meaning of Hey Ram, Hey Ram, they say those words in the course of their ordinary life. For the Yavanas, the word of Haram means abominable, whereas the devotee claims the word Hey Ram in aesthetic love. Nevertheless, because the words Haram are the spiritual samam bonan, in fact is the same, whether they are uttered by the Yavanas or by great devotee. Just as fire is the same, both for the child and for an elderly man. In other words, the holy name of the Lord, Haram, always acts, even when the holy name is chanted without the reference of the Supreme Lord. Yavanas utter the holy name in different attitude than devotees, but the holy name, Haram, is so powerful spiritually that it acts anywhere. Whether one knows it or not, this is explained as follows. Yadyapi anya sanket anya hoye nama bhasa tatapi name rateja hoye vinasha. Namacharya Haridas Thakur, the authority of the chanting of the holy name is Namacharya. He is the Acharya of the holy name, so he is the authority. He says that the chanting of the holy name to indicate something other than the Lord is an instance of Namabhas. What is Namabhas? When one is not directly mentioning or one is not uttering the name, he is not having the attitude of the Lord in his mind, but still he utters. Even when the holy name is chanted in this way, its transcendental power is not destroyed. Even a Malicha who is being killed by the tusk of a boar and who cries in distress again and again, Haram, Haram, attains liberation. Then what to speak of those who chant the holy name with veneration and faith? So see how he is glorifying the holy name. He says one who does not know the glory of the holy name and who is even not chanting the name, who is not glorifying the Lord, even if he accidentally, this is accidentally or inadvertently, he utters the holy name, he gets the benefit. Then what to think of those who chant the holy name with veneration, means with respect and with faith. This reference is an instance in which the meat eater being killed by the boar. Okay, I'll not go into that. And he gives another evidence. Ajamila putre bolia bole narayana Vishnu duta asi chadya tahara bandhana. He gives the reference of Srimad Bhagavatam and he gives the reference of Ajamil. Ajamil was a great sinner during his life, but at the time of death, he accidentally called for his younger son, whose name was Narayan, and the attendants of Lord Vishnu came to relieve him from the bonds of Yamraj, the superintendent of death. The word Ram consists of two syllables, Ra and Ma. These are unseparated and are decorated with the loving word Ha, meaning so. Na mera akshar sabar, eite subha swabhav, vyavahite hoite na chhade apana prabhav. Very beautiful. Na mera akshar sabar, eita swabhav, vyatita hoile na chhadi apana prabhav. The letters of the holy name have so much spiritual potency. Swabha, Swabha means the intrinsic nature. This is the nature of this fellow. So he will not change. That is the intrinsic, which is inside. So this is the Swabhava, the characteristic of the holy name. What is the Swabhava of the holy name? That it is filled with spiritual potency. That even when one utters improperly, it will act. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur states that the word vyavahite, it means improperly uttered, is not used here to refer to the mundane vibration of the letters of the alphabet. Such negligent utterance for the sense gratification of materialistic person is not vibration of transcendental sound. Utterance of the holy name while one engages in sense gratification is an impediment on the part of achieving aesthetic love for Krishna. On the other hand, if one is eager for devotional service, utters the holy name, even partially, or how are we uttering today? Are we uttering with full attention, with full strength? No. Somehow we are chanting. But still, because this is the principle Prabhupada is saying, on the other hand, if one is eager for devotional service, what is the eagerness of devotional service? We are fasting. We are abstaining. We have completely given up the bodily demands. Why? Like Bhakti Vinod Thakur is saying, Madhav Piti Bhagati Jadni Yatane Palanupuri. Yatana. Yatana means great endeavor. So great endeavor is being done today. So one who is eager for devotional service, utter the holy name, even partially or improperly. The holy name, which is identical with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, exhibits its spiritual potency. Today we can see the potency. We can feel the potency. There is no existence of hunger. Is there any existence of hunger? Did anyone feel even a pinch of hunger? No. Water also, there is no demand from the body as such. Neither there is a desire from it. So this is possible. This is the potency. This is the spiritual potency which is working today. One day, at least in a year, we can realize what is spiritual potency. What is spiritual power. So my sincere request is that we are not able to meet. So many times I thought that we will go for some trip. I am also busy and you people are super busy. Super busy in your mundane affairs. So what I propose is that once in a month in an Ekadasi, we should all get together. One day before. We should all stay together. Today we had nice experience. We have 10, 12 devotees, even more, who have stayed together. An entire day we have practiced chanting. So we should do this. At least once in a month, we should take the spiritual potency. We should take shelter of spiritual potency. That is why Krishna says, Mahatma nastu maham partha, devi prakriti nashita. And those who are devi prakritim, 9.13, he says, bhajanti ananya mandasu. Those who take shelter of my spiritual potency, what do? They are performing my bhajan, bhajanti ananya mandasu. Their minds are completely attached to me. And gyatva bhutadi mabhyayam. And because in this way they are performing devotional service, tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti kutvakam. Then Krishna has to fulfill his promise. Dadami buddhi yogam. So gyatva mam bhutadi mabhyayam. Today we can realize what is spiritual potency. And how if we take shelter of spiritual potency. Because today we are trying to follow very dedicatedly, without any deviation. without any distraction. There's no distraction. Is there any distraction? Our heart is feeling so much peace, so much relief. So the spiritual potency exhibits because of the person's offenseless utterance. This, thus, one is relieved from all unwanted practices, and one gradually awakens his dormant love for Krishna. So we should make it more. Last year also I had thought, but 1 year passed. The thought remained the thought. It could not be converted into action. So when is next month's Ekadasi? I will fix now. Whether if even one comes, I will be going and I will be doing it. If somebody wants to come and join, welcome. Because after that will become difficult, then Janmashtami will come. Okay, Krishna has made it even more easy. See, Ekadasi is on Sunday, which is 10th of July, and 9th is second Saturday. So we can all meet on Friday evening, and we can spend 2 days, 9th and 10th. And 11th morning we can meet. We can have a camp in Chhatarpur, which is in Delhi. You all have never been. Many years back, I took one camp in Chhatarpur temple. But there will be no one to disturb, and there is ample of space. It is all lush green. It is not Delhi. It is like being in forest. You will live like, what is Aranya? Aranya means forest. So, okay, fix it? Yes. So I will fix it. Those who want to come from outstation can also join. They are welcome. Sarika, you are hearing? You are there or you have left?
Prabhuji, I am here only. Actually,
Achha, but you are hearing alone. What is Kana doing?
he is also with me.
Huh? Kana, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
बोलो.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
आज आपने निर्जल नहीं किया?
नहीं कर पाया.
नहीं कर पाया? किया ही नहीं तो करेंगे कैसे? चैंटिंग कितना किया है?
Prabhuji.
हाँ? Yeah. You should come with us in the camp. Okay. Sarika,
Prabhuji.
आपने डेट्स नोट कर ली है?
जी समझी नहीं.
आप सुन नहीं रही हैं क्या?
नहीं सुनी. आपने कैंप में आने को कहा. कौन सा?
हाँ. 9th and 10th, Saturday and Sunday. 9th and 10th of July.
Right.
ठीक है? Those who are serious, those who are actually followers will come. Those who are busy in the Maya's world, then what to do? So this is the potency of the holy name. So as we chant, we can chant both days 64. I have an experience of 3 days. In our association, we chanted more than 64 rounds in 3 days. Very exalted association. Of course, one Maharaj was also there. His Holiness Bhakti Bharat Bhagavatam Swami. Only once in my life it has happened. That 3 consecutive days we chanted more than 64 rounds. And believe me, after that, chanting became so easy. It became, we used to say it is Makhan Milai. Chanting is Makhan Milai. One of my very close friends is Sriniket Prabhu, who is a very good Kirtaniya. We were both sharing the rooms. We used to wake up every day at 2, very easily. Sleep at 8, wake up at 2, and most of the other devotees also. And such chanting I have never experienced again. So if sincere devotees come in association and they chant, then the spiritual potency, it unleashes, it uncovers. There is a big word. This is one of the very inspirational purport. I read it very early in my Krishna consciousness. Very, very inspirational purport. Please hear it very attentively. This is Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur speaking. He says, if a devotee once utters the holy name of the Lord, If a devotee once utters the holy name of the Lord, or it penetrates his mind, that is the sincerity how he has to chant, that it should penetrate his mind. Normally, our mind deflects the holy name. It does not allow us to penetrate. Or if it penetrates the mind and enters his ears, which is the channel of oral reception, the holy name will certainly deliver him from material bondage. Such a big assurance Srila Haridas Thakur is giving, that even once, if the holy name penetrates the mind and enters through the ear into the heart, that holy name will certainly deliver the practitioner from the material bondage, whether vibrated properly or improperly, irrespective. Whether it is vibrated properly or improperly, with correct or incorrect grammar, or properly joined or vibrated in separate parts. O Brahmana, the potency of the holy name is therefore certainly great. However, if one uses the vibration of the holy name for the benefit of the material body, for material wealth and followers, or under the influence of greed or atheism, or in other words, if one utters the holy name with offenses, such chanting will not produce the desired results. This is the cause. That we are chanting also and we are committing offenses also. So such chanting will not produce the desired results very soon. Therefore, one should diligently avoid offenses in chanting the holy name of the Lord. Prabhupada gives a long purport to this. Prabhupada says, we will continue till 8:30, and after 8:30 we'll go to the temple. We will take darshan, participate in kirtan, and after 9 we'll go and sleep. 64 हो गया ना सबका? आपका कितना हुआ है? 64 is minimum. Like 16 is minimum. You can go beyond. And believe me, today, if you remain awake also, you will not feel fatigued. You can remain awake and chant. This verse is from Padma Puran, is included in Hari Bhakti Vilas by Srila Sanatan Goswami. Herein, Srila Sanatan Goswami gives the following explanations. I will not read this Sanskrit, it's a huge Sanskrit verse. I won't be able to read also. This means that if one somehow or other hears, utter or remembers the holy name, if somehow one hears, utters or remembers the holy name, Shravan, Kirtan and Smaran, or if it catches his mind while coming near his ears, that holy name, even if vibrated in separate words, will act. An example of such separation is given as follows. Suppose one is using two words, halam riktam. This is something revolutionary. This is something unimaginable. Try to sincerely hear, to get the feel of what Sanatan Goswami is speaking and Haridas Thakur is speaking. He says, suppose one is using two words, halam riktam. Now the syllable ha in the word halam and the syllable ri in riktam are separately pronounced. Nothing to do with holy name. He's chanting, he's speaking halam riktam. It is not even an Indian name. So what Haridas Thakur is saying, but nonetheless, the holy name will act because the syllable ha in the word hala and the syllable ri in riktam are separately pronounced. But nevertheless, the holy name will act because one somehow or other utters the word Hari. Halam ha and riktam ri. Hari. Similarly, in the word Raja Mahishi, the word Ra and Ma appears in two separate words. But because they somehow or other appear together, the holy name Ram will act, provided there are no offenses. Provided there are no offenses. You know what are the 10 offenses? Not to blaspheme the devotee of the Lord who has dedicated his life in chanting the glory of the holy name. And every day we are. Second is to consider the demigods like Brahma and Shiva to be equal to and independent of Lord Vishnu. Third, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master and to consider him ordinary. First three, not to speak of the rest. So every day we should try to teach our mind, train our mind not to commit offense. The holy name has so much spiritual potency that it can deliver one from all sinful reactions and material entanglement. But utterance of the holy name will not be very fruitful if done to facilitate sinning. One of the offenses to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. So the potency will, so every day we are chanting, isn't it? We are chanting every day, but are we experiencing this potency every day? No. Today we are really committed. We are really committed. Because we have committed, so we are feeling this experience. The spiritual potency has expanded. It has unfolded. The holy name is so powerful that it must act. It must act. But when one utters the holy name with offenses, its action will be delayed. Not immediately, although in favorable circumstances, the holy name of the Lord acts very quickly. Namavase hoite hoya sarva papa shaya. Ramacharya Haridas Thakur continued, even if one offenselessly utters the holy name, even imperfectly, one can be freed from the results of sinful life. So see, what is the effect of holy name? It does not release us from sinful life. That is Namabhas. Holy name bestows us the love of the Lord. It will become more clear. O reservoir of all good qualities, just worship Shri Krishna, the purifier of all purifiers. The most exalted of the personalities worshipped by the choice poetry. Worship him with a faithful, unflinching mind. This is how worship is to be done. This is what bhajan is. One has to be having faith, shraddha, an unflinching mind, without duplicity and in a highly elevated manner. Thus, worship of Lord, whose name is like the sun. For just as a slight appearance of the sun dissipates the darkness of night, so a slight appearance of the holy name of Krishna can drive away all the darkness of ignorance that arise in the heart due to greatly sinful activities performed in previous lives. Namavase hoite hoya samsara shaya. Even a faint light from the holy name, the Lord, can eradicate all the reactions of sin. Even a faint light, like the sun, before the sun appears. Today, these days, you see, we go to the Mangala Arti, at 5 it is bright. At 5 o'clock, it is bright. There is no darkness. But is the sun there in the horizon? No. So this is the just before the appearance of the sun. There is so much of effect of the sun that all the darkness of the night is dispelled. Similarly, before we utter the pure name, even if the Namabhas comes, so the Namabhas is so powerful that it can eradicate all reactions of sinful life. And he gives the example of Ajamil. While dying, Ajamil chanted the holy name of the Lord, intending to call his son Narayan. Nevertheless, he attained the spiritual world. Then what to speak of those who chant the holy name with faith and reverence? Kimuta Shraddhaya Ghana. So what to speak of those who have faith and who chant with reverence? This is the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Namabhase mukti hoya sarva shastre dekhi Shri Bhagavat tate ajam sakshi. So he's giving the reference from Ajam. Sunya pura sukha hadayantare Punarapi bhangi kare puchiya tahare. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Lord, he heard the glory of holy name from the mouth, from the lotus mouth of Haridas Thakur. What is the reaction? Suniya Prabhura Sukha Bhadaya Antare. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, happiness, it had no limit. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard from Sri Haridas Thakur, the happiness within his heart increased. But as a matter of course, he still inquired further. पृथ्वीते बहुजीव स्थावर जंगम इहा सबार की प्रकारे होइब मोचन पृथ्वीते बहुजीव. On this earth there are many living entities, the Lord said. Sthavar means that do not move. What are sthavar? Trees, even mountains. Can they move? They cannot move. And jangam, that move, who are all animals, even humans. So what happens to the trees, plant, insects, and other living entities? How will they be delivered from the material bondage? हरिदास कहे प्रभु से कृपा तो मार स्थावर जंगम में आगे करिया छे निस्तार. Haridas Thakur replied, my dear Lord, the deliverance of all moving and non-moving living entities takes place only by your mercy. You have already granted this mercy and delivered them. Tumi ye kariya che ei ucha sankirtana sthavar jangama hoy Veshravana. You have loudly chanted the Hare Krishna mantra. Ucha sware, ucha sankirtana. You have loudly chanted the Hare Krishna mantra, and everyone moving or non-moving has benefited by hearing it. Suniya jangama hoye samsara shaya sthavarite shabde lagi pratidhvani haya. My Lord, the moving living entities who have heard your loud sankirtan have already been delivered from bondage of the material world. And after the non-living entities, like trees hear it, there is also an echo. How the tree hears? Actually, however, it is not an echo. It is the kirtan of the non-moving living entities. All this, although inconceivable, is possible by your mercy. That is why we perform Sankirtan. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed street Sankirtan. Why? So that whenever we go out and chant, whenever we perform Kirtan, so whether one is moving or non-moving, whoever hears is benefited. Sakale jagate hoya ucca sankirtana shuniya preme vashe nache stavara jangama. When loud chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is performed all over the world by those who follow in your footsteps, all living entities, moving and non-moving, dance in ecstatic devotional love. यही छे कैलाचारी खंडे वृंदावन यते बलभद्र भट्टाचार्य करिया छे अमायते. So he gives an evidence that, my dear Lord, all the incidents that took place while you were going to Vrindavan, to the forest known as Jharikand. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu moved through the forest of Jharikand, he made all the animals also embrace each other and dance and chant on the holy names. Your servant Balbhadra Bhattacharya has related to me all these events. Vasudeva jiva lagi kaila nivedana tabe angikar kaila jivera mochana. When your devotee Vasudeva Datta submitted his plea to your lotus feet for the deliverance of all living entities, you accepted that request. Jagata nistarate tomar avatar bhakta bhave age tate kaila angikar. My dear Lord, you have accepted the form of a devotee just to deliver all the fallen souls of the world. Ucca sankirtana tate korila prachar tera tara jivera sabhi khandaila samsar. You have preached the Lord the loud chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In this way, you have freed all moving and non-moving entities from the material bondage. Prabhu kahe saba jiva mukti ave pave, eit brahmananda tabe jiva sune have. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, if all living entities are liberated, the entire universe will be devoid of living beings. Haridas said, my Lord, as long as you are situated within this material world, you will send to the spiritual sky all the developed, moving and non-moving living entities in different species. Then again, you will awaken the living entities who are not yet developed and engage them in activities. In this way, all moving and non-moving living entities will come into existence, and thus the entire world, universe will be filled as it was previously. So I will stop here. It is near to 8:30. If you want to speak something, you want to share your experience, go ahead, speak. Very important, we can feel what is spiritual potency today. What is spiritual consciousness? And in spiritual consciousness, there is no urge of the body. You are free from bodily urges today. We can very prominently feel it today. Bolo, how are you feeling, Pradeep? You are far away in hinterland China. Yeah. But the potency is everywhere. The potency of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in all the 14 planetary systems. What is your experience today?
Yes, I'm feeling blissful. Actually, every day the temperature was around 28-30, but today it was 20 degrees.
We are having here 44. But still we are feeling blissful. We are not having 44. We are having 24. Yeah. No, I know you are a Janata. For so many years you have been observing. How many years now for Nirjala?
4 years, probably.
Only 4? I think it is more. You are in China for how many years now? More than 2 years?
Yes, probably 2.5 years.
2.5 years, yeah. I think you came in touch with me in 2016 or 15. When did you come in IERA?
2015.
Yeah. My memory is not poor. And Devashish, ये आपका कौन सा निर्जला है? फर्स्ट है, सेकंड है?
तो जी सेकंड है बस।
सेकंड है? क्या एक्सपीरियंस है? कैसा अनुभव हो रहा है आपको?
तो जैसे तो प्यास नहीं लगता है, और हम जब डे टू डे लाइफ में होता था कि हमको लगता था कि मोबाइल वगैरह और ये सब मतलब नहीं, छोटे काम नहीं हो पा रहा था, लेकिन आज कुछ भी टच नहीं किए, लेकिन सब अच्छा लगता है और मतलब पूरा शांति सा लगता है, माहौल पूरा मतलब पीस है।
पीस है?
यस।
गुड। Anyone else? Suman, Hare Krishna. Are you hearing Suman? Dalamani, she is there?
She is in another room.
Acha. What is your experience?
Yes, Prabhuji. Somewhat in the second afternoon, I felt somewhat weakness, but after I chanted with all, so again I regained the energy, Prabhuji. Follow. Yes, Prabhuji.
Jagnesh and Deepankar, what is your experience?
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
मैं
Hare
तो
Krishna,
दोनों बोल रहे थे, दोनों बोल गए.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, today we got complete disconnected from the daily activities, Prabhuji. The other activities, and today we are like continuously chanting, and there was no disturbance in chanting. It was continuously flowing, Prabhuji. So it was very nice, Prabhuji. Away from all the other activities, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
You can have such experience every day. Actually, this is what it is. You don't know what is spiritual life. Spiritual life is Keval Ananda Kanva. So Prabhupada has given us this program of 24-hour engagement in Krishna consciousness. As you perform devotional service, you become Krishna conscious. As you become Krishna conscious, our heart is engaged in devotional service. So it is unending. Unending. Both of you will join me on Chhatarpur camp, or you will have some excuse.
Jai Prabhuji.
I have already fixed. Best is to come on Friday evening. If not Friday evening, then Saturday morning. Okay. For me also it will be great relief. What about you, Yagnesh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
What yes, Prabhu? What is your experience?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. It is.
Adjust your microphone. Yeah. Adjust your microphone.
Was my fifth
Adjust your
Nirjala
microphone.
Ekadasi. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा. आपकी आवाज कुछ और ही आ रही है, बच्चे जैसी आ रही है.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा, बोलिए.
It was my fifth Nirjala Ekadasi, Prabhuji.
Last year you did Nirjala Ekadasi.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Acha. Very good. So now you have become veteran. This was fifth. Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji. But today we all was here together and we were chanting together. So it was easy to chant in association, and there was no any like hunger or thirst. Nothing bodily demand was there. We was we are easily chanting, and after the afternoon also we was chanting, and after the class also we will chant, and whatever possible maximum we will
How much
chant.
you want to do? You want to do 192 Haridas Thakur for one day?
No, Prabhuji, I will try 108.
That is practical. Some devotees have chanted 192 also, but it requires a lot of purity. It's not easy to chant. But today is a very empowered day. Other day, although if we come also together, it will not be easy. But today is empowered day. It is empowered by Bhimasen. Because for Bhimasen, we are getting the concession. See, try and understand, it is all Lord's energy. So what Lord has done, he has, distracted this Maya's potency. He has weakened the Maya potency. And spiritual potency is manifest. Similarly, when Prahlad Maharaj entered fire, what he did? He took away the potency from fire. No burning, nothing. So today is an empowered day. Every Ekadasi is empowered. Okay, Sarika, आपको कुछ कहना है?
It's my sixth Nirjala Ekadashi, Prabhuji. और आज मेरे अंदर डबल एनर्जी रही है. बस now from last half an hour I am feeling very sleepy.
You chant and you hear kirtan. You feel. I was feeling less, but after speaking, my energy has gone up. After hearing the discourse, my energy has really gone up. And now we will go to the temple hall and hear kirtan and have darshans. Okay, thank you very much. Tomorrow is also a big festival, a very, very, very sweet festival, a festival of exchange, loving exchange between Nityanand Prabhu and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Dahi Chura festival. तो आप लोग घर में दही चूड़ा बनाइए बहुत सारे फ्लेवर्स का बना सकते हैं, मैंगो का बना सकते हैं, बनाना का बना सकते हैं। और हमारे यहाँ भी बहुत बड़ा फेस्टिवल होगा कल, हम सबको इनविटेशन है, किस गेस्ट बलभद्र प्रभु के द्वारा। हम सब बहुत सारा चूड़ा बांटेंगे और खाएंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच। श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्री पांडव निर्जला एकादशी व्रत की जय, श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। उपस्थित सभी भक्त